Beloved, welcome back to the shop. Man, have I got an exciting video for you today. Summer is coming and I am going to be building out my own personal RV. Now, I built a van years ago, but today we're going to be working on the Moto trailer. Now, I've been very comfortable having Spartan conditions going out with the boys, but now the Sweet Loaf is 7 and she's getting her first gas-powered Moto this year. That means the girls are coming along and they do demand creature comforts. I am very excited to have one of the very first production units of the EcoFlow 55-liter cooler / freezer. I saw this at CES when we were in Las Vegas. I saw the pre-production model and I am so excited to have my hands on one of these. There's nothing else like it on the market, and this is an awesome solution if you want to get away from your food floating around in an icy cooler. This, gentlemen, is the GLACIER 55. This is the biggest one. These are available in a 35, a 45, and a 55 liter, and check this out. Dual hinge. What witchcraft is that? How handy would that be for different applications where you needed to get at it from both sides? I am having trouble getting my head around how that works, but it... So this is dual chamber, meaning you've got a cooler, a refrigerator, and a freezer in the one, or you can have it all freezer or all refrigerator. And the thing that makes it different is it runs off its own power supply. We've been testing it around here. We're getting over 30 hours of runtime on its own internal battery. This is the battery. Look at the size of it. That's like, this is actually bigger than the batteries that we have for our e-bikes right here, and it's a power bank. I tested this out. It's got a USB-C plug in it, so if you needed to have emergency power for your phone, computer, right there. Pretty nice little bonus. This is a super skookum feature, a full freezer refrigerator that runs off its own power for 30-40 hours. I mean, that's really, really nice. 55 liters is pretty big. I know metric system is confusing, especially for Midwest man. That's 90 cans of pop. But you've got a basket right here, but this is the divider. So you can use this as two different chambers. You can have this to be freezer and this cooler, refrigerator, or vice versa. Either one, you've got dual temperature zones. When you remove the divider, you can store it right here, latches in. Now it turns into a single zone. You can have it for a chest freezer or a refrigerator, the whole compartment. This is going to be really useful around here. Mrs. W goes to Costco once a month, and usually she's gone for all day long. Sometimes it gets really hot in the car, and she's reluctant to buy meat and frozen food because there's no really way to keep it cool. I can put this in the back. I don't even have to plug it in, and she can turn that into a freezer and just keep everything cold. Parties, you know, I don't need to worry about ice anymore. So I'm really stoked about it. So how do you charge it? There's several different options because a lot of guys are going to be using these for overland, or if you want to build out kind of your own budget van or camper or anything like that. You don't have to have a bunch of wiring and stuff, and you're not locking anything down. You're not going and buying something that's going to be mounted permanently that is just only used when you go camping. This is something that you can use in an emergency if the power goes out, so it's super versatile. USB-C in, you can charge right there. You can charge that battery that way, or on the back plug here, these are the peripherals that came with it. So we can go right in here with solar. You can charge it with solar if you want to throw a solar panel up on the top of your RV. Of course, the AC adapter, just a standard wall plug, and as us Gen Xers like to call it, the cigarette lighter adapter or the traditional PowerPoint adapter. This is what's going to be in your car. So if you're going to run this, if you're going to do your own overlander and you don't want to hardwire anything, you can simply just plug this in right to your PowerPoint and you're good to go. It weighs about 60 pounds, so pretty easily manageable, at least for a strong West Coast man. And it'll hold, I think they said 220 pounds full, so it's really robust. Snow bike season's pretty much done, so we're moving into Moto season. We'll be going down south, Utah and such. It gets hot down there, so we're going to need a good cooler, AC and heat and everything for the ladies. So we're going to set up a little kitchen right here. I like to race dirt bikes. In the past, Mrs. W has not really wanted to go with me because it's not been very comfortable in the Moto trailer. So what we're going to set up here is we're going to have heating, air conditioning, and a nice cooler and a little kind of a table setup, a kitchen setup here, so she can make sandwiches and different things and have a little bit of creature comfort. I'm going to secure this by using, this is a footman loop. This is a small loop that's designed to put a 1-inch strap underneath. I don't want to mount anything permanent because I want to be able to just to quickly take it out and use it. These footman loops are a good light duty option. If I was going to put this in an overlander, I'd have something more robust. I'd mount it from 4 points down using these recessed D-rings or an L-track like that. But this is going to be pavement driving for us, so just something to keep it in place. This is the epitome of versatility. One thing that I really learned about setting up shops is the first shops I set up, I built everything in. And life changes, you know, your work and what you like and what you want to do changes, and you get older, and then you're locked in and you invest a bunch of money and stuff, and you have to leave it there. This little bench here, this is made by Jegs. It's a little folding aluminum bench that mounts on these, oh come on now, it's going to do me like that. It mounts on these 4 pucks, and you can take it with you, and it folds, so this is a really nice option for our kitchen. There we go. Goodness, this is going to work out great. I don't have any more straps. I got to order a couple more, and then I'll mount that Delta Pro the same way, and that would be more than enough power. We could power the GLACIER with it. I've got the internal batteries, but I just prefer this. It's got all the USB ports, and it's just so much more robust, and it charges so quickly. So now she's got a food prep area, got a nice kitchen, get our cold stuff out, got our controls right here. To power it, I'm just going to use the AC adapter. I installed an inverter, so we never stay in one place very long, so whenever we drive around, this will just be charging all the time, and if we cut it, it'll just run off the battery. And we are fully powered. It is nice to have a little water for a kitchen area. Remember, this is just a very basic kitchen, gentlemen. We're not doing a full-on RV build here. This is a 2-gallon Rotopack, plenty of water for a day. Again, we just use this at trailheads. This is just a day trip type of thing, so she can turn this out and then have a spigot on there and put a small pot on there, wash up or clean, but just have a little basic water at the kitchen is nice. What more does a man need? Even the East Coast man could enjoy this. He can put his George Foreman grill on there and plug into his Delta Pro, have his pop. I don't know, does the East Coast man drink pop or soda? We call it soda. You shouldn't be drinking any of it. The final thing I'm going to add to the Moto build is the new EcoFlow Wave 3. Now, I've had all 3 generations, the first, the second, and this is the third. And there's a lot of improvements on this. For one, you'll notice it's a whole lot smaller. This is a portable air conditioner with its own battery. This is a 1024 watt-hour battery. This will run up to 8 hours just on its own internal battery on eco mode. Now, this is going to be great for pet care. If you're building a van and you don't want to do a full blown out AC unit and you need to run into the store for a couple hours or just knock the temperature down on those hot nights, this is a great option for that. The Wave 3 is an air conditioner, and it's got a heater and a dehumidifier and just a regular fan if you want to move the air. You've got your temperature here, up and down, and your fan speed. I just pulled this out of the box, so I'm getting familiar with it, but the interface seems to be just about the same as the Wave 2, but they added USB-C and A ports here. And are they revert? Yeah. Yeah, so you can use this. This big battery can be used as a pretty good sized power bank too. The reality with AC units is they're very power hungry. Even the RV units that I've installed really struggle to run under like a Honda 2000. Even that's not enough for it. So the 8 hours of runtime, that's going to be best case scenario. And if it's hot or things, you know, you're really in a tough environment, it's going to go down. So I would really recommend, if you're going to be wanting to rely upon this, you're going to want to augment it with either the Delta 3 Plus or the Delta 3 Pro. That will plug directly in here and interface with it and really extend your run times. With the Delta 3 Plus, you can extend up to 10 hours on eco mode. The Wave 3 interface is really nice with like the Delta 3 Plus. This is actually the one, Mr. Jiraiya calls this the Goldilocks. This is the one that has become the favorite because of its portability. It's so light. It's not as heavy as a Delta 3. Anyone can pick it up, and if you're taking off for a weekend, it's really nice. And this, it's factory plug, goes right in there, and now you've extended the range on this significantly. And when we travel, we take the extra battery with us, and that pushes it. You know, that's really a nice capability right here, and it interfaces really nice with the Wave. Both the Wave and the Glacier are fully supported by the EcoFlow app. The apps from EcoFlow have always been easy to use and good. Right there just tells you how many watts are in. So if you've got this, if you're away from your van, or if you've got it tucked away someplace, you can check your phone. Just make sure your food is safe. You can adjust all your temperatures. Child lock. My goodness, the Sweet Loaf loves to push buttons. That right there is worth using the app. You don't have to use them, but you can. The Wave is the same way. Full control, access. You can see what the temperature of your tent, if you wanted to check up on your pets, all of that. So they really are nice, and they're really well supported. Well, gentlemen, I think that's about all it is that I wanted to cover. I'm really proud to be working with EcoFlow. We've been with them for many, many years now. I've seen Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 now coming up, and to see the improvements and the quality and to hear the feedback from so many of you that have bought Delta Pro 3s, that have bought Rivers. You know, this is a really an amazing technology, and I'm very proud to work with the folks. I've met the engineers. They've made changes according to my recommendations, things that I thought could be better, as well as other influencers. The folks have been to my house. They actually went down and did a river dip with us. We spent time with them in Las Vegas. It's a really good company, and they make really innovative, nice products, and they've just become staples on the homestead. The River, the Delta Pro, the 3 Plus, those are just things that we use all the time, and this is going to make our Moto trailer just so much nicer. I'm really excited about the cooler, the Glacier specifically. I think that that's going to be something that a lot of you could really use, and having the ability to be standalone, to not have to deal with ice and long run times where you can take it and use it, that's going to be a really valuable tool in the homestead in so many ways. We have a promo code. If you'd like to get 5% off the Glacier or the Wave 3, I'll put it down in the description. You can use that, save a little bit of money. That runs through, I believe, May 25th. But that's it. I'll give you more updates on the trailer, the Moto trailer, as we make some improvements, and we'll try the stuff out, and I'll let you know how it goes. But I'm really excited. It's going to make it a lot nicer for the kids and for the family to have some creature comforts, and I'm grateful to have these nice products. So may God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.